Yo, what's up everybody?
Greetings from Konya. Konya is the 7th largest city population-wise in Turkey, and it's also one of the oldest settlements.
It was the capital of the Selçuk Empire, and currently we're here at the Mevlana Museum. We're about to check it out soon.
Yes, and tonight we're hoping to go see the world-famous Whirling Dervishes. It originated here in Konya, so it's pretty special that we get to be here. It was actually the reason that we came here.
Absolutely.
And we hope we'll be able to take you along for the ride, because we're not 100% sure if we'll be able to film or do photos there, but we'll see. But first anyway, let's go check out this museum.
Let's go.
Mevlana Museum is one of the most popular places to visit in Konya, if not the most popular place, I think, and that is because of the famous 13th century Muslim philosopher and poet known as Rumi, who preached a message of love and peace. What you'll find here is his tomb, and it actually sits alongside some of his family members as well as some of his earliest followers. He was a highly respected person, and so when you go inside, you definitely want to be respectful too. What you'll also find inside there are copies of the Quran from centuries ago, and there's even miniature ones and books of his poetry, and it's just a really interesting place to visit. In the center there's also a glass case, and there's a box that sits in the middle of it, and that's believed to contain the beard of the Prophet Muhammad. This place attracts pilgrims from all around the world, and is definitely a must to come visit when we're here in Konya.
Rumi's followers were called dervishes, and they spent their lives living out his philosophies. And when I was looking up the Whirling Dervish dance in Istanbul, I did a little further reading, and what I found was that the Whirling Dervish dance actually originated right here in Konya, which is part of the reason why Yen and I are here in Konya right now.
Yeah.
And you could say in my older age, philosophy is definitely one of those things I've become a lot more interested in. And it all started when I was reading A Power of Now, as well as books on Stoicism, and one word that continuously popped up was eudaimonia, or achieving inner tranquility. And it all has to do with keeping full control of your mind. And what I found was that a lot of Rumi's teachings are very similar. And one of my favorite quotes from Rumi is, "Yesterday I was clever, so I wanted to change the world. Today I am wise, so I'm changing myself."
That's a good one.
Yeah. Here at the museum, what you'll find are also a bunch of little rooms where you'll find wax sculptures, clothing worn by the Mevlevi, as well as musical instruments that they used to play with. And if you're wondering about ticket prices, it is a free entry here, which is always great. But right now, Yen and I are about to head over to the Culture Center so that we can watch the Whirling Dervish show. I believe it's in that direction.
We'll find
but
out.
I'm not 100% sure. Alright, we have managed to stumble our way over to the Culture Center. It wasn't actually that hard, you just needed to put it into your Google markers.
Yeah.
And what I really wanted to share with you guys is some complete information about this place, because it was actually really hard to find online. So there are two shows to watch the Whirling Dervishes here in Konya. One is a smaller show, which you can watch right back over at the museum where we were just at, and that one is free and only on Thursday evenings. But the main show, which most people come here for, is the one that runs here at the Culture Center, and that runs during 7 p.m. till 8 p.m. on Saturdays only. There is an entry price. A lot of people will tell you it's free, but it's no longer free anymore. It's 30 lira per person. And Yen and I were actually wondering, is there any other things to check out when you're here at the Culture Center? And not really. There is an outdoors arena, and there's also the place where you're going to watch the actual show here at the H block. So we're going to go inside, get our tickets. Pretty excited for it.
Yes,
Let's
and
go,
hopefully
bud.
they don't take our camera. So it's just past 6:30, we have picked up our tickets already, and we've come down into the theatre to pick our seats. And so something interesting that we learned is that the ones that have wooden blocks towards the front and at the bottom, which would probably be like the best seats, those ones are all reserved, and the security guards call them protocol seats. I'm not quite sure what that means, but they are reserved, which means we can't sit there. We did, however, meet a very nice girl called Rumi from England who helped us to see which seats would actually be pretty good for the show. So quite lucky, we found ourselves some nice front row ones, no wooden blocks in front of us, and that's where the orchestra will be, and we should have a nice clear view too. So I'm very excited. The dance is called Sema. Dance participants were called Semasin. Over the robes, the dancers wear long dark cloaks which symbolize the wearer's worldly life, which they cast off during the ceremony, like a rebirth. When the dancer is finally wearing only his long white robe, they're ready to start the captivating whirls. There's a lot of symbolism in both the dance and the dressing. The right hand is raised towards heaven as if to accept the love of God, and their left hand faces palm down towards earth, showering the love on all humanity. Their left foot stays more anchored to the ground while the right propels their spinning. As they whirl, it's said that they transcend our material world, becoming a conduit between the love of God and His creation. The long white robes that they wear have full skirts and are supposed to symbolize the shrouds of their egos. The tall conical hats are called sike, and these represent the tombstones of their egos. Performance has just finished, and I can understand why people describe it as mesmerizing, especially with all the music that's playing and they're whirling around on this circular arena floor. I think it's quite a privilege that we get to watch this form of meditative prayer that's managed to survive through the centuries. Good afternoon, everyone. So we are heading over to a Kyoto Japanese Park today here in Konya, which is pretty interesting because I don't think we've seen many Japanese people around all of Turkey so far, or even Japanese restaurants for that matter. But there is one here in Konya, and it's meant to be the partner city of Kyoto in Japan. And the tram ride was about 40 minutes. It should be another 10ish or so minutes walk for us. And it's actually quite far from where we were staying, which is the center of Konya. You really kind of feel the scale of how big the city is once you're actually on one of these trams and trying to go to, you know, a place of interest.
Yeah, absolutely. Should we hit up, Bud?
Yeah, let's go. First though, of course, we've got to get ourselves some food, and we've wandered into a store called Şelale Etli Ekmek, and a very famous dish here in Konya is Etli Ekmek. Etli means meat and ekmek means bread, and as you can see here, it looks amazing. It's super flat bread and it has mince on it. It's come fresh out of the oven. We got to see the wonderful chef Mehmet make the food, and let's have a bite. Ooh, should I put some lemon? Might just put a little bit of lemon first.
Okay.
We've had some before in Konya, and I'm excited to try this one. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna roll it up like a durum. Makes it a little bit easier.
That's the look of satisfaction.
It is delicious. It looks like such a simple dish, but it is just so yum. The bread is soft, but also has a little bit of crisp from being in that oven, and then you've got the perfect amount of minced meat sprinkled on the top of it. Ah, it's just delicious. So good.
But what I have is this very special looking durum. Now normally the durums that I've been getting here, just like a normal wrap, just like the one that you would get out of like a packet or something, but here the durum, Mehmet actually makes it handmade and then he puts it in the oven along with the Adana meat. So I'm very excited to eat this. It looks incredibly juicy inside.
Let's have a look closer.
Here goes the bite. Oh. That, my friends, is the greatest durum I've ever had
Wow.
in my entire life.
That is high praise for Turkey.
Oh my gosh, that is so good. It is incredible. You can taste like flame grilled flavors all throughout the entire Adana, and the durum itself is just beautiful. Like the texture of it, man, it is crazy. It's soft but yet crispy. It just goes perfect with everything that's wrapped inside there, including the veggies as well. I'm a little bit in shock how good this is. This is really, really good.
Especially since we've had a lot of very nice durums too.
Yeah, so if you're ever in the area, I highly recommend that you try this place out. It is very impressive.
Yes, it's super near the stop that we came off from the tram.
Wow, oh my gosh, man. Bye-bye.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
How nice is it to have a Japanese park in a Turkish city of all places? As I was saying before, it is the partner city of Kyoto in Japan, although I'm not 100% sure what the difference is between a partner city and a sister city. I think the sister cities are more multifaceted or something like that. It is a free entry too, which is great, and there are lots of shaded areas to enjoy and seats to just take a nice peaceful break in. Lots of greenery, and we've also noticed a whole bunch of plants that we commonly see in Japanese parks, like the Japanese maple and that sort of thing. Very pretty.
Okay, so what you're gonna find is a bunch of kids that are about to come on. Hey everybody!
Hello, merhaba!
They saw us videoing and they wanted to come be in the video as well, but they're a little bit shy now.
Yes!
And so a little bit...
Perfect!
Something interesting about the park is there are a lot of cherry blossoms that will go on bloom in early April, and so that's a perfect time to come here. But then you'll also find that any time is good in a Japanese garden, and it is a beautiful spot. And
Yes, it is.
everyone is so friendly.
Yes, so cute. Thank you. Teşekkür ederim. Those kids were so cute. cute and such a nice, lovely family that we met before. But yeah, this park is actually really big, and at the end there's a restaurant right in the middle of it. Now, we've already eaten lunch, as you've seen, and I'm very full, but curiosity is getting the better of us. I'm so curious whether they actually have ramen or any Japanese cuisine.
Yin has been craving that.
Oh my goodness, it's been over a month and maybe a half now in Turkey, and I haven't had a noodle soup once this entire time. We are really full though, so I don't know, but let's go have a look.
All right. Here's Yin scoping out this menu for ramens. Do you see any ramens on this menu?
Well, the first thing I see is a bunch of burgers and wraps.
So it's not a Japanese menu then?
Not that I've seen yet. Some pizzas. Oh, I see noodles. Not Japanese noodles. Yeah, I don't think so, unfortunately. Don't see any ramen. That's okay though, maybe we can get a drink instead. It is getting
that's
quite
a good
hot.
plan.
Yeah.
Come on, you can do it.
Oh! Almost. Ah! I just feel like I'm gonna lose. It's too fast.
I wasn't expecting this. I thought you were just gonna get your ice cream.
Ice cream, ice cream.
Thank you. Oh. I'm up to. Thank you. Oh. Teşekkür ederim.
What do you got over there, huh?
I'm trying to lick it all up because it's starting to melt. Because we ended up chatting to a nice guy that was here. And he was telling us that these guys here are famous for making the ice cream because they actually own the
Date shop.
Yeah. So we've got date at the top, rose flavor in the center, and date at the bottom too. And in Turkey, we always see these ice cream sellers where they like taunt and play with the customer, and I don't think they do it to me.
You got roped in.
I guess it's because I look very, very foreign and a tourist here, so I got to experience that finally. It is delicious though. Yum. You can see it's good because it's just a non-stop line all the time.
Does it taste like date?
It does, and this part you can definitely taste the rose flavor too. They say it's also made without sugar, so that's a nice fact to know. One of the mosques that we thought would be nice to check out while we were here in Konya is this famous Aziziye mosque. It is unique because of its minarets that have columns on it, and it is a mix of an Ottoman style and Baroque style of architecture, so it's quite lovely. It also has really large windows inside which let in a lot of light. It's very beautiful. It was first commissioned in the late 17th century, and then it was rebuilt after a fire in the 19th century. So yeah, very pretty and very nice to come see. So we're going to wrap things up here, guys. We are at the top of Aladdin Hill, and it has a nice view of the city, lots of greenery, and it's another park that's in the center of Konya, which is, I think, a good place for us to finish up this video.
Yeah, it's been a lot of fun coming here to Konya, and I really didn't expect for us to be able to see the Whirling Dervishes in the original home of where it all began, and so that was a special moment for us for sure.
Definitely was, and we met a lot of very nice locals here, which was very cute to have all those kind of interactions.
I'm pretty sure the locals thought that we were actually Japanese because
Japan Park.
Japan Park, yeah, because a couple of girls came up to me and they bowed and they were like konnichiwa, and I was like, oh, that's why we're getting a couple of looks and people wanting to take our photos with us.
Must be. Well, we hope you guys enjoyed this vlog, and if you did, please remember to hit the thumbs up button, leave us a comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. We would love to see you guys along for the rest of our Turkey adventures, so we'll catch you all next time.
See you, everybody.
Bye.